Hello and welcome to Connect. I'm your host, Randy Shabilo. On today's show, we'll have Shannon Josdal from the Saskatchewan Jazz Festival, as well as Stephanie Klobuchar talking about tourism's new initiative to discover Saskatoon. As always, we'd like to connect with you.
Follow us on Facebook at Connect YXE. Catch past interviews on our YouTube channel, email us at connectyxe@gmail.com, or leave a message at 306-665-3796.
The Saskatchewan Jazz Festival is going to be underway very shortly, and we have the Executive Director Shannon Josdal here with us. Shannon, thanks for coming down in studio and taking some time, and want to find out a little bit more about what's going to happen here.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Talk a little bit about yourself. You're new to the role as the Executive Director. How did you come to be in this role, and where are you from, and what drives you to do what you do?
Sure. Well, I started in the role in January. I'm a born and bred Saskatchewanian. I'm originally from Regina. I left to go to university out in Ontario, but ended up coming back. And I've worked in the music industry pretty much ever since in one capacity or another. I've been the GM at the Creative City Centre in Regina. I've been the manager at the Basement. And then for the last 5 years, I was the entertainment buyer at SIGA. So I've been booking bands for a while. And then the opportunity to come to Jazz Fest came up. And, you know, I did take a minute to think about it. Was this a good fit? But applied. And yeah, I've been working on it ever since.
Well, it's a strong vote of confidence, and it's taking over the helm of something that's fairly established. There's an anniversary this year.
There is. It's our 35th anniversary, and I've said it a few times that a lot of arts nonprofit events like this are lucky to see a 10th anniversary. So the fact that we're seeing a 35th is a huge deal, especially after the last 2 years that we've had. So we're so excited to celebrate that.
You must be experiencing a bit of a groundswell of pent-up demand, I would think, with upcoming ticket sales. And are there more acts that are coming? Can you tell us what and who is going to be attending this year?
Yeah, we've got a great lineup this year. For the TD Mainstage lineup, we start off on June 30th with Lucinda Williams, with Megan Nash supporting that show, local up-and-comer. On July 2nd, we have Arkells. July 3rd, we have Kaisa and the Hallucination. July 5th, we have Patti LaBelle, who I have to admit, like I did a little dance when she confirmed that show. That's pretty exciting. July 6th is Bahamas, and then July 7th, we have our 35th anniversary show with the Saskatoon Jazz Orchestra. And we also have a ton of other programming. We've got shows at the Basement. That's a strictly jazz series. Shows at the Broadway with tons of different stuff that's brought to us by Saskatoon Co-op. And then we also have a great late night program at Amigos. So there's tons of stuff to check out on top of our wonderful free program.
So over the years, I mean, it's entrenched itself, I would say, as one of the top three in Canada in terms of jazz festivals to attend, Montreal being one that I'm aware of. Do you find that in the past 6 or 7 months that you've been here, what are you experiencing in terms of people wanting to participate? You have an active board. They're providing some guidance. What are you hearing from the community at large? This is something that everyone wants to get back and listen to good music.
Yeah, there's a ton of support from the community for this. As you mentioned, we have a wonderful board of directors who are really active both with our organization and in the rest of the community. We have also the best volunteer force that exists, and I'll fight anyone who wants to argue with me on it. We recruit between 350 and 400 volunteers every season, and we have so many that are coming back time after time, and they really make this festival run. And then in terms of the community attending, I've received so many comments of people who love the festival. They can't wait to be out there. They love both the ticketed shows. They're so excited that our free stage is back this year in Victoria Park, which is so exciting. And they just want to get out there and participate. So, and I should mention as well, like even the artist applications we saw from the local artists to play the free program. You know, I was at the time the only staff member. We've thankfully hired a few more since then, but I was going through 140 local artist applications for about 40 spots in our free program, and just like blown away by the wealth of talent here that applied. It was amazing.
I'd have to imagine that a festival of this size and the reputation it has would obviously attract that type of caliber and the numbers that you're alluding to. But I think Saskatoon's a little bit of a sleepy hollow for the depth of the art scene that we have here and share. What can you tell us about some of the acts that are at the Free Stage, as an example?
We have some amazing artists at the Free Stage. I think it's a real mix this year of people that you'll be familiar with, folks like BC Reed, the Toontown Big Band, Oral Fuentes Reggae Band, and then some real young up-and-comers. We have Cooper Trapeau, Caitlin Lenner, Jake Vadaland and the Sturgeon River Boys. They're coming up. We also have Anna Haverstock and Surf Dads. You know, some of the newer groups. I think Surf Dad's been around for about 7 or 8 years, but when you compare to folks like BC Reed, that's not quite so long. So we've got a real mix. You'll see your favorites, but you also see something new.
What is the general gist of jazz? There's been some comment that it's not true jazz, or that's a little too off the genre of jazz music. But in terms of what it attracts, it's magnificent. What is the focus of the board and yourself to bring and attract different and wider types of music to the festival? Yeah,
so that's a comment we hear all the time, and sometimes it's said, you know, in a joking manner, and sometimes it's a real criticism. You know, is it a jazz festival or is it not? And our mandate is for jazz and related genres, and this is where I get to be a bit of a nerd. My degree is in music, so jazz is a tree with so many branches, and even jazz itself has so many subgenres. There's so many different types of jazz. So it's like kind of like saying the color blue. Well, are you talking about like sky blue or navy? There's so many differences there. And then when you look at contemporary music, well, pretty much all contemporary music can trace its roots to jazz and the blues. So jazz and related genres is a massive, massive category, which for myself is so exciting because it's so much room to play. And what that tells me is, let's bring in a festival that really represents our community and the different age demographics, the different genre demographics, different folks see themselves reflected in our festival, and that's exciting.
I think one of the things I've found over the years is that there are some acts that I've never heard of before, and I find that interesting to go and listen to them because it opens you up to something that you've never heard before, or that particular group. Are there ticket prices in a range that people would experience, or what would they range from?
Well, there's a wide range. We have everything from free, of course. So our anniversary show is $20. So that's pretty simple. And we do have some higher end prices with Patti LaBelle and with our Kells for from our headliners. But I'll tell you, we also have our main stage pass, which is the best deal of the festival. It's $315, and it gets you into every single show at the TD main stage, but it is also transferable. So if you want to see 2 of the 6 shows at the main stage and you have another friend that wants to see 2 and another friend that wants to see 2, split that pass 3 ways and just hand it off.
Oh, I see. So you would just have that around your neck or
one
whatever.
pass, And I see my show, and then I give it to you, Randy, and you go the next night, and we just split the cost.
So it's not dedicated to the individual or the name; it's the pass of the holder
itself
that gets to come in.
That gets to come in. So it's a great deal.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
If we're going to look, I guess we've come back out of the pandemic into a live show. Do we have something on the horizon for 2023? I'm just pulling that out of the air because it's always been that vision of the future. And is there any plans for 23 at all?
Oh, of course. There's actually my operations and program manager, Jeff Culbert, just came into my office yesterday and was like, do you know who would be great? So those are conversations that are always going, and I always have a wish list, and we're always thinking, and we're always paying attention to other festivals, whether they're other jazz festivals or whether they are completely different from us. For example, like a festival like Sled Island, which is a completely different beast than we are. We'll pay attention to their lineup, absolutely, and see like who's coming there, and really research. So that is always something that I'm thinking about and churning around in my mind.
What kind of numbers in terms of attendees do you think what we've come off of? Do you have any projections for what you think you might attract this year?
It's tough to say. The industry right now in terms of live events, and I know this from talking to my colleagues, we are all feeling a little bit rusty coming back after the pandemic, especially, into the new economy that we're faced with, and we're really kind of trying to find our footing in that respect. But pre-pandemic, our attendance was usually between 75 and 85,000, and our goal is to return to that level. We were and remain and continue to work to be a huge economic driver in the city of Saskatoon and the province of Saskatchewan. We generally drive between $7 and $8 million annually into the economy. So that's something that we're aiming to come back to post-pandemic.
Well, it's something to be proud of, and I believe that Saskatoon and area, it's not just confined to our local citizens. But I commend you and the board for that vision and steadfastness and wanting to do this again. And congratulations on embarking on this in your new role. If someone was thinking about the pass or getting a combination of tickets or wanted to buy something for a gift, maybe what would be the best way for them to buy tickets or show up at the door? What would they do?
Well, the best way is to visit our website at saskjazz.com. We've got all of the shows, all of the ticket links, all the information there. You can also visit the Broadway Theatre box office at 715 Broadway Avenue. They're open Monday to Friday, 12 to 6, and they're handling our ticketing this year. So you can purchase in person or you can visit our website.
Shannon, best of luck in this coming festival. Thank you for taking time today and coming down and sharing that with us. I'll see you at the festival.
I can't wait. I'll look out for you. Thanks so much.
Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.